Welcome dear students to the lecture series of data structures and algorithms. The topic that we are going to learn today is AVL tree implementation using C programming language. We have already seen what is the AVL tree, how to perform the various operations on AVL tree like insert, delete, and there are some rotations which we need to perform. So we have seen those operations. Now we will check how to implement the AVL tree using C program. So these are the various functions that we are targeting to cover in today's video. Okay, so here first of all, the functions that we will perform is inserting a new node in a tree, deleting a given node from a tree, and displaying the AVL tree. So when we are actually planning to insert a new node in a tree, I maybe have to perform some rotations, and there are 4 types of rotations that come in an insert function. Okay, for which I have written 2 functions, that is left rotate and right rotate. When I'm deleting a particular node, there also I'm calling the same functions left rotate and right rotate. And when I'm displaying the tree, I can display in 3 different traversal techniques, that is pre-order, in-order, and post-order. So these are all the functions which I have written in my particular program. So now these are the extra functions which we are using, or the sub-functions which are used in this particular function. Say for example, height, max, new node, get balance, and minimum value node. Okay, so now let us go ahead and understand it all with the help of a code. So here this is the code for AVL tree. In beginning we are writing the header files, and then here I am declaring a struct node. The node here is having 4 members, that is key, left, right, and height. Okay, so when I'm dealing with the AVL tree, I need to have a height of the tree. So that's why a node of a AVL tree will have 4 members: left address, address of left child, key value is nothing but data, right address of right child, and height of the node. Okay, so after creating the struct node definition, what we are doing is, now we are doing this integer height function. These are the small sub functions which we are using in larger or the bigger functions. So the height function, what is its task? Okay, so here the height function will tell you if any node is there, it will have a last item as a height. Okay, and we have to calculate the height of a node. Okay, so what is the height of a node will be reflected in this particular integer element. So height of any node struct and node will be given as the input. So if that node is null, that means there is nothing in that node. Okay, that node is completely blank. In that case we will return the height is 0. Otherwise we will return whatever is the height of that node, that is n height. So that particular node, whatever I have written inside height, I will return that. If it is 1, 2, I'll return accordingly. Okay, so this is all about the height function. The next is max function. What we are doing in max, it's okay, I have given 2 integers as an input, that is a and b. Okay, so when you are doing this max functions, you are getting 2 input, that is a and b. What you are doing is you are comparing if a is greater than b. If the answer is yes, then we are returning a as our output, and if answer is no, then we are returning b as output. That means this function together overall returns the maximum value among a and b. Okay, that is done with this one line of code. Okay, and it is returning the integer value, that is nothing but maximum value among a and b. So this is all about integer max function. The next function that we have written is a new node function, which is taking as an input a key value, which is an integer value. So now let us see this function. So this new node function is actually creating one node for us and allocating some values to the node. So here we can see new node is taking as an input only key value or the data item which I want to store inside the node. Then I am creating a node with a variable node from struct node definition, and I'm allocating the size, that is malloc, from the main memory. And then in that node I have 4 fields, so I'm just putting the values in all the 4 fields. key, I'm storing the value which I have given, which is provided by the user. Left I'm keeping as null, right I'm keeping as null, and height of every node by default I'm giving it as a 1. And then I'm returning the address of the newly created node, okay, to the user as a return type. So that is nothing but I'm just filling this left child as null, right child as null. Value is having key which is provided by the user, and by default I'm giving height as 1, and the address of this node I'm giving back to the user. Okay, so this way we are creating a new node with the value provided. Fine. So then the next function that we are going to learn is get balance. These are all the sub functions, small functions which we may be using in the other functions. So get balance is taking as input one node. Okay, so if a node is given to you, the job of this function is to tell you what is the balance factor of the given node. Suppose if this node is given to me, that is n. Okay, so in this function it is taking as the input node n. What it has to do, it has to tell you what is the balance factor of the node. If the node is completely empty, that is it is null, there is nothing in that particular node, there is no tree available, I will return 0 as a balance factor. Otherwise, okay, what I will return, height of n left minus height of n's right. That is nothing but what is there in the left of n, that is this particular subtree. The height of this subtree if it is 1, and height of this subtree if it is 1. So 1 minus 1, so I am getting it as 0. That's why I can say balance factor of node n is 0. Okay, so here I can get the balance of any node with this particular function. So here we are storing the height of the node, and balance factor is something which we find within using the function height of left minus height of right. Okay, so same formula I have used here, and I have returned the balance factor of any node which I am calling. After that, the last small function that we will be seeing is minimum value node. So sometimes I need to find out the in-order successor of a node. In-order successor means if I am reading my tree in in-order traversal sequence, so which node comes after the given node? That is nothing but a successor. So normally, if for any node, its in-order successor is always found on the right subtree of that node, and that value is the lowest value in the right subtree. That means it is the leftmost element in your right subtree. So minimum value node function will give over here. Now suppose if this is the function given to me, okay, so minimum value node, what it will do, if struct node is given to me, what will I do is struct node current is equal to node. So this node is given to me. I have taken a variable called as a current, which is also pointing to the same node. That is by doing this particular line, current is equal to node. Now current is also pointing to node. Now what I'm doing, I'm going in a while loop. While current dot left is not null, मतलब जब तक मेरे पास left child है तब तक ये while loop के अंदर रहेगा. Okay, so whenever I have a left child, what will I do? Current will now change to the current of left. Okay, that means if current is having left child, yes, so current will now go to the left child. Again it will go in while loop and check if there is having a left child, yes, then current will go to the left child. Again if there is a left child, yes, then current will go to the left child. This way I am able to find the minimum value in the given but as for that particular node. Okay, and then wherever I stop, I come out of the while loop, I return the current. So here my current is at 4, so I have found the minimum value in this particular subtree under the node given 12. Okay, so this way this current value I am returning to the user. Okay, so is this all clear with everyone? That is, these are the small sub functions. At least we just understand the functionality of these functions. Now we will understand the main functions. Okay, so main functions, when I say, I mean that actually so here we are targeting to perform insert, delete and display function. These are the main functions. So for insert, inside insert, I'm going to call left rotate and right rotate function. So first of all, let's understand how do we write left rotate and right rotate functions one by one. Okay, so now The first I will see is a left rotation. Left rotation functions is we apply whenever while adding a new node. If the new node is after adding a new node, say for example after adding the node C in this particular tree, if the balance factor is not same as -1, 0 or 1, that is if it is going to -2 or like that, in that case I have to apply rotation. So whenever you have -2 followed by -1, I have to apply left rotation on the root node. Okay, for detailed information on this rotations you can refer to my video, which is theoretical explanation of AVL and all its operations. Okay, after applying left rotation on the root this particular node A, I will get my tree balanced. Okay, so now let us see that in the code. This is a left rotate function. So now here I'm checking the node on which there is a critical node. Yeah, so critical node we are taking as an input over here. So critical node is a one which is having a balance factor -2. Okay, now what I'm doing is, so say for example this is the case. Here you have added a new node D. Okay, and after adding D, the tree balance factor is imbalanced because for A the balance factor is -2, which is not allowed. So what you will do in that case, your A is a critical node which you are giving as an input to this particular function, say for example X. So X is pointing to A. Okay, now what you'll do, first of all you'll make struct node Y which is equal to X dot right. Okay, so X के right में जो है उसको Y से point करेंगे. फिर T2 will point to Y का left. So who is on Y का left? C. So T2 will point to C. Now what will I do? I want to perform the rotation. I want to perform left rotation on root node, that is on X. So if I apply X left rotation on A, that means A will go down and B will be the parent of A. Okay, that means what I will do, I will write these two lines. Okay, what is this? Y ka left is X. Okay, so on left of Y I will put X. So who is Y? Is B. So B के left में A आना चाहिए. So B के left में A आएगा. So B का left में जो C था, that is been removed. And next line that I'm doing is X का right should be T2. So who is on right of X? X के right में, A के right में कौन है? B है. But now A के right में कौन आना चाहिए? C. So when I'm taking this particular thing, B ka left is pointing to A. That time A is coming down as a left child of B, and now A was still pointing to B. So now what I did, X right is equal to T2. So X के right में मतलब A के right में T2 मतलब C आएगा. And with this I got my tree balanced. Now you can see the balance factor are all in the acceptable range, that is -1, 0 or 1. So now my tree is balanced properly. So this way we are doing it. Now at the after performing rotations, I need to adjust the height properly. So I will just change the height of X and Y because X and Y have changed their locations. So what will be the height of X? That is maximum between height of X लेफ्ट सब ट्री एंड एक्स का राइट सब ट्री. सो एक्स के लेफ्ट वाले नोड का और एक्स के राइट वाले नोड का जो हाइट है वो दोनों में से जिसका मैक्सिमम हाइट है. सो एक्स के लेफ्ट में देयर इज नथिंग बट राइट आई हैव वन नोड. दैट मीन्स द हाइट इज मैक्सिमम हाइट इज 1 फ्रॉम 0 and 1 plus 1 because I am adding the height for x node which is one level up. Okay, so 0 plus 1, so that means height of x will be 2. Now, what is the height of y? Maximum of y's left child and y's right child. So, y का left child का height क्या है? 2. And y के right child का height क्या है? 1. So, 2 और 1 में से maximum कौन है? 2. Plus 1. So, when I'm doing plus 1, so y का height will be h is equal to 3. So, that means the node at this level will have height 1, node at this level will have height 2. Okay, and this will be having height 3. Obviously, D is having height 1. Okay, because it has no sub-childrens to it. It is a leaf node. And then we are returning this Y to the user. So y is given or returned as a return type because here after performing these rotations, the root of this tree is changed. Earlier it was A, now it is B. So whoever is a root, I have to return that. That's why I'm returning y. Okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm returning y. I have performed the left rotation. Next, let's go and see the right rotation. So right rotation is something in this case when the new node A is added in a tree, the balance factor of C is disturbed. Okay, so I call C as a critical node, and over here I will apply the right rotation and then my tree will be balanced. So how do we do that? Let's take an example of this particular small tree. If I add A, then the balance factor of tree B is becoming 2, and now I need to balance it. Okay, so how do we do that? So first of all, the struct we are getting as an input y node from the user. So we are creating a new node x, which is y's left. Okay, so y is given by the user, that is the root of the tree. I'm saying that x is left of y. That means x will point to B. Okay, so x is left of y. That means it is pointing to B, and T2 will now point to x के right में. So x के right में कौन है? C, उसको T2 point कर रहा है. Now I will perform the rotation in these two lines. What I am doing is, I want to perform the right rotation on D. That means D should go down and become the child of B. Okay, so what will I do? X का right is equal to Y. So X का right मतलब B का right should be D. So B के right में D आना चाहिए, मतलब B के right में अभी C तो नहीं रहेगा. So if I do this way, that means B के right में D आ गया, but D is also pointing to B. Now what should I do? I'll perform the next line. Y का left should be T2. So now what will I do? Y के left जो D B को point कर रहा है वो अभी C को point करेगा. So Y का left will be pointing to T2. That means it is pointing to C. After doing these two lines, you can see the tree is now balanced. All the balance factors are in acceptable range. Okay, and now your tree is balanced. You just need to calculate the height of X and Y because we have modified our X and Y. Okay, so now I'm calculating the height of Y, that is maximum of Y's left height and Y के right का height. So Y के left में कौन है? C, जिसका height है 1. Y के right में कुछ भी नहीं है, उसका height है 0. So 1 और 0 में से maximum कौन आ गया? 1. Plus 1. Yeah, you see the plus 1. That means Y का height will be now equal to 2. And what is the height of X? That is left child and right child में से maximum. What is the height of left child? 1. And height of right child? 2. So 1 and 2 में से maximum कौन है? 2. Plus 1. So that is the height of node X. So this way I have updated height of X and Y. And then I'm returning X. Why I'm returning X? Because after performing this rotation, who becomes the root node of the tree? X. So whoever becomes the root node, I have to return that. That's why I'm returning X over here. So this is all about the left and right rotate functions. Now we will go and understand the insert node function in detail. So for performing insert node function, just consider we have a tree, okay, having such nodes, and the node is a variable is pointing to the root node, and I want to insert a new value into the AVL tree. Okay, so what we will do, we will first take as an input this node, okay, as the root node, and the key value or the value which I want to insert in a new node. Okay, what will I do is, first of all I'll check if node is equal to null. If the node which you want to insert is completely null, then we will return new node, and so here we are calling a function new node with the value key. So new node will create a new node, put the value key inside it, and that node we will return as a root of your tree, and we are returning it. Okay, so if the tree is completely empty, then this particular case will take place. Else, if your tree is not empty and tree is having some values, and I want to insert a value which is 2, so I will compare 2 with the value 10. Yeah, so how I'm doing it? If key is less than node key. Now what is node key? Node ka key is 10. If 2 is less than 10, it should go to the left child. अगर greater है तो right child में जाना चाहिए. So if key is less, then I'm going to the left child. That means I'm calling the same insert node function recursively for the left child with the same key value as the input. Getting it? And that जो भी नया नोड यहाँ पे बनेगा वो नया नोड में इस नोड के लेफ्ट में उसका so it will point to that particular node. Okay, so it will point to that particular node over here. Now this is if the key is lesser than node. Okay, if the key is greater than node's key, that means the value 30 is greater than 10. So then I should be going to the right child, and here I will call the function recursively. Okay, so if it is greater than node key, then I'm going to the right child and I'm calling the insert node function recursively to the right of the right child of the root node and passing the same key to insert the value over there. Okay, so this way it will keep on going recursively in your tree, and it will traverse through the entire tree and reach the proper location where you have to actually add a new node. So it will reach some of the leaf node where there is nothing on the right, and there a new node will be added. Say for example, in this case, I have reached the left of 5, which is null. Okay, so left of 5 is null. Now I can add 2 over there. So what will I do in that case? So there the node will be null. So when I reach the left of 5 and my node becomes null, that time I can create a new node with value 2, and this 2 should be linked to 5. So here this particular function is taking place. At some place when your node is null, here you are creating a new node with the value key which is provided by the user, and that is you are returning to the calling function. So it will go to the calling function of left because left वाले ने उसको call किया था. It was a left child. So when it is returning that particular node's address, that address is stored in the previous calling function का left pointer. That means 5 node का left pointer. So 5's left will hold the address of node 2. This way these functions are returning and getting connected. So in this particular lines, what is happening is your new node is getting added or getting inserted in your AVL tree. Now after adding a new node, you may get your tree unbalanced. Unbalanced means the balance factor is not proper. So in that case, rotations need to be applied. Yeah. So this next part here, update the balance factor of each node. After performing insert operation, we will update the balance factor of each node and we will check if any balance factor is improper. So how do we do that? So we are checking the node's height. Okay, the new node which we added. So what will be the height over there? That is for each node, maximum height of nodes left and nodes right. Okay, so किसी भी नोड का हाइट क्या होता है, उसके लेफ्ट या राइट में से जो भी नोड का मैक्सिमम हाइट है +1. So I will update this height for each and every node. Then I will update the balance. Okay, so balance is holding the balance factor of any node. It will just call the function get balance. Get balance will give me the balance factor of every node, and with this I will calculate what is the balance factor. So after adding a new node, some critical node will have the improper balance factor. Say for example, in this case, A and B was there in my tree. After adding C, A's balance factor is -2, which is a critical node because this is not acceptable. So in this case, I should be applying a single left rotation on A. Okay, so what will I do? Here, after calculating balance, I will see if any rotations need to be applied. So there are 4 cases: single right rotation, single left rotation, LR rotation which is double rotation, and RL rotation which is double rotation. So single right rotation takes place only when the single right rotation takes place when your critical node has a value which is 2. Yeah, it is +2, not negative. So when your balance factor is greater than 1, means 2, 3, whatever. Okay, so that means yes, this is the case, your balance factor is greater than 1, and the new node which you are added is the leftmost child. Yeah, so the key or the value which you are added is less than the node's left key. So node के left में जो है, it is lesser than the node, and obviously, and the new node is which you added is also lesser than the left child. That means you have added the new node in the left of left. In that case, we are supposed to apply the right rotation on C. So what will I do? If these conditions are true, I have to apply right rotation, and I'm just applying a right rotation for that given node. Okay, and the whatever is the value, I'm returning to the user. Okay, else If this is not the case, then I will check if balance factor is less than -1. If it is less than -1 means it is -2, -3. So I will check if balance factor is -2, say for example, and key is greater than node. Whatever is there in the right of node is greater than it, and the new value which I have added is greater than the node's right. That means I have added the C over here, and in that case I should be applying one single left rotation at A. So if this particular LL case is there, this condition will be true, and I will apply left rotation on that critical node. Okay. Else, if it is a LR rotation, how do I come to know? LR rotation is the one where your balance factor is greater than 1, that is, it is positive value 2 or 3, and the new value which you have added is greater than the left node, is greater than the left child. Yes, here it was, earlier case it was less than the left child, but now it is greater than the left child. So here I am checking if balance factor is greater than 1, that means positive 2, and the value which you added is greater than the node's left key. So value is greater than the node's left key. In that case I should be apply LR. LR में फर्स्ट रोटेशन हम लोग किसके ऊपर अप्लाई करेंगे? नोड के लेफ्ट चाइल्ड के ऊपर. सो यहाँ पे देखो, नोड के लेफ्ट चाइल्ड के ऊपर हम लोग लेफ्ट रोटेशन अप्लाई कर रहे हैं. नोड के लेफ्ट चाइल्ड पे आई एम अप्लाइंग लेफ्ट रोटेशन फर्स्ट, एंड देन आई एम अप्लाइंग राइट रोटेशन on the node itself, on C node. Yes, so after that I'm applying right rotation on the node. This is all about the LR rotation. Next I'll check for the RL rotation. In this case your balance factor is -2. So when your balance factor is less than -1 means -2, -3, and the key which you have added is less than node's right key. So node के right से less है क्या? Yes. So now I have to apply right RL rotation. What will I do in this case? First of all, C के ऊपर right rotation आएगा, मतलब node के right child के ऊपर right rotation. So here node के right child के ऊपर right rotation will be applied, and then on node I am applying left rotation. Then on given node I am applying left rotation. So this way I am doing with the RL rotation, and at the end I am returning the node that is the root of that tree to the calling function. So here we are done with the insert function. Okay, hope you have understood this insert function. What we are doing in the insert function, if you just look at this in parts, so in the first part what I'm doing is I'm traversing through the tree and reaching the proper place where the node has to be added, and there I'm adding a new node. After adding a new node, what I'm doing is I'm calculating the height and balance factor of each and every node, and then I'm checking if any rotations are required. Then I'm applying those 4 rotations. Okay, this is all about the insert function. Now let's go and understand the delete function. Okay, so here in the delete function, if the tree is given to us and we want to delete a particular value, okay, so the node is pointing to the root node. Okay, so now let's see the delete function. I'm taking the root node of my tree, and the value which I want to delete, that I'm taking in a variable key from the user as a input. First of all, I'm checking if the root is null. That means the value which you're searching for is not available, or else your tree is empty. Okay, so we are returning the root and we are stopping there itself. Okay, so when we return something, we stop the function, right? Else, if the root is not null, means your tree is not empty, in that case what will I do? I have to traverse either left or right. So I will check the value. If the key which you are looking for is less than the root key, okay, suppose I am looking for value 2. If it is less than root key, then I will go to the left, otherwise I'll go to the right. So what it is checking, if it is less, I'm calling the same delete node function recursively, and I'm going to the left child and I'm giving the same key as the input. Here we are calling the same function recursively if it is lesser. Else, if the key is greater, we are going to the right child and calling again the function recursively. After deleting whatever node is there, it is again giving us value return, and that we are saving in the address of right node or left node over here. Okay, so this way we are just traversing in a tree and we are calling this function. Now if the value which I'm looking for is not available, yeah, suppose I'm looking for 2 and it is not available in my tree, so what will happen in that case? I will end up at this particular if condition and I will return that value is not found, yeah, because I will return the null value which is obviously not found. Okay, else case, if the value which I'm looking for is found, yeah, so if this if and else if will just help me to traverse to left, right, left, right, left, right. And if once I want to delete node 5, value 5, and I have reached to the value 5, I have reached this node. So in that case, I will enter the else case. Okay, now in this else case, I am checking, okay, the node which I want to delete, I have reached that node. Now I just need to delete that node properly. Okay, so when we are deleting something, we have to free the memory also and all those conditions. Okay, so here we are checking the node which I want to delete is either having 0 child, 1 child or 2 child. So depending on that, we will delete and we will replace some values over there. So here the first condition I'm checking is if root dot left is null or root dot right is null. मतलब आपको जो नोड डिलीट करना है, सपोज 5 नोड है. Okay, I want to delete the node 5 and whether its left sub child is null and right child is also null. दोनों में से कोई एक null है, उसका मतलब क्या होता है? Say for example, the 5 के right में मेरे पास 8 है, so 5 के left में कुछ भी नहीं है, मतलब 5 का left is null. So the node which you want to delete is having single child. So what I'm checking with this particular is either left is null or right is null. Okay, so then what we are doing is we are taking a temporary variable and temporary variable will have which value. So this is the ternary condition. So we are checking if root left is having some value. That means जो हम लोग को delete करना है उसको root ने point करके रखा है. Okay, so the node 5 के left में कुछ है क्या? अगर node 5 के left में कुछ भी है, if there is some value or some node connected to it, we will have temp storing the left child of 5. But if the node 5 is not having a left child and it is having a right child, in that case temp will hold the address of right child of 5. Getting it? So that means whichever child is available, either left or right, temp will point to that child. So now your temp is pointing to 8. Getting it? So here I am checking if temp is equal to null. अगर temp is equal to null कब होगा? जब आपका left या right दोनों में से एक child होगा तो आपका temp उस particular child को point करेगा. अगर left नहीं है तो right को point करेगा, right नहीं है तो left को point करेगा. बराबर है? But just consider your root is at 20 and 20 has no child, not on left also and not on right also. So in that case, your temp, what will hold? Your temp will hold value null because it's both the childs are null. So we are checking that if both the values are null, okay, so in that case we can say the node which I want to delete, I have reached that node but it is a leaf node, it has no child. Okay, और leaf node को delete करना बहुत easy है. So how do we do that? हम लोग क्या करेंगे? Temp will now point to root. Okay, so temp जो null किया है वो अभी root मतलब इस node को point करेगा. So temp will also point to this node. Okay, temp is no more null and then I will say root is equal to null. This particular जो मैंने delete करना है ये node को, उसको मैं root जो उसको point कर रहा था, so I'll say root is equal to null. That means I have deleted that value. When root says null, that means that node is no more there and I just need to free the memory. So that I'm handling outside the if case, free temp. So the temp is holding the address of 20. Okay, so it will free, that means release the memory occupied by node 20. Getting it? So this if condition will take place when you are reaching the node which you want to delete is having 0 child. Else कंडीशन कब ट्रू होगा? जब आपके पास या तो लेफ्ट चाइल्ड है या तो राइट चाइल्ड है, दोनों में से कोई एक ही चाइल्ड है, तब आप एल्स में जाओगे. सो दैट टाइम द नोड टू बी डिलीटेड हैज ओनली वन चाइल्ड. मे बी इट इज अ लेफ्ट चाइल्ड, मे बी इट इज अ राइट चाइल्ड. सपोज इन दिस केस आफ्टर नोड 5 left child was not there, but right child is there. So if right child is there, your temp is pointing to right child and root is pointing to the node which you want to delete. So what will I do in this case? मुझे 5 को delete करना है और उसका एक right child है 8. तो 8 will come in place of 5. That means root का value will be the value of temp. That means what I'm doing in this else condition is value at root is equal to value at temp. So पूरा root का जो भी values है ये हम लोग copy paste करेंगे and this node 8 will be overwritten on this particular node. So automatically 8 and all its child will take place over there and just 5 node we can now delete. Okay, so in that case I can just free temp because temp was pointing to this node. Okay, so with this we have covered the two conditions. The node which I want to delete is having 0 child or 1 child. Now we are coming out of the if condition here and if we reach this else condition, मतलब दोनों भी null नहीं है, आपका left child भी null नहीं है और right child भी null नहीं है, then we reach the else case and that means the node which I want to delete is having both the 2 child. In that case, how do I delete? Okay, so जब भी मुझे कोई node delete करना है and it is having both the child, say for example I want to delete 10 and it is having 2 child. So how do I do that? So I find out is in order successor. मतलब right side में, right subtree में से सबसे smallest value I will choose, which is nothing but in order successor, and that particular value I will replace with the node which I want to delete. So now your root is pointing to the node which you want to delete, which is having 2 child. Okay, how do we go ahead? So what I'm doing is I'm taking a temp variable. Temp is equal to minimum value node. ये मैं function call कर रही हूँ. We have seen this function earlier. What we are doing in this, जो भी मुझे root का right node मिला, root के right मतलब कौन 20 में आ गए हम लोग. So 20 को कौन point कर रहा है? 20 मैंने root पास किया है. 20 से जो मिनिमम वैल्यू मिलेगा मतलब 20 के लेफ्ट मोस्ट चाइल्ड को ढूंढेगा जो सबसे स्मॉलेस्ट है एंड दैट स्मॉलेस्ट वैल्यू जो मुझे रिटर्न करेगा फंक्शन, ये मिनिमम वैल्यू वाला फंक्शन, वो वैल्यू को मेरा टेम्पररी वेरिएबल विल होल्ड. सो टेम्पररी वेरिएबल विल पॉइंट टू द स्मॉलेस्ट और लेफ्ट मोस्ट वैल्यू इन योर ट्री, which is nothing but in order successor, and this value, say for example it is 11. Okay, so this value, now what I'm doing is root key is equal to temp key. So root key is nothing but 10 and I want to replace 10, I want to delete 10, so 11 will replace that. So root key is equal to temp key, so now 11 will come here. Okay, and then what will I do? My job is done, 11 has come here, I just need to delete node 11. So how do I do that? Root dot write is equal to delete node root dot write and उसका value क्या दिया मैंने? की दिया, टेम्पररी का की. सो टेम्पररी का की क्या था? 11. सो 11 को डिलीट करने का लिए मैंने एक रिकर्सिव फंक्शन कॉल किया. उसका रूट कहाँ से बताया? रूट के राइट में से, मतलब 20 से चालू किया. सो 20 से इफ आई स्टार्टिंग अ डिलीट फंक्शन, इट विल गो अहेड एंड डिलीट द वैल्यू 11 which is at the leaf node. I'm not starting from this node, so this node will not be deleted. Only the leaf node having value 11 will be deleted. So with this, I have handled the case where I have 2 childs and I want to delete. I'm done with the delete function. Okay, so again in delete function, all these things they are doing what? Here we are traversing and reaching a node. Here after reaching the node, we are deleting it properly, considering 1 child, 2 child, 0 child. And after deleting the node, we have to check the balance factor of the tree. Okay, so what I'm doing, if your root is null, then I'm returning root. That means the value which you're looking for is not found. After that, I'm calculating the height and balance of the node. So I will first calculate the height. Say for example, after deleting 20, I have to change or check what is the height of 10, what is the balance factor of 10, it is changed, or do I need to adjust or do balancing over there. Okay, so I will check the root height is equal to, okay, 1 plus maximum of left child or right child. Okay, so left or right में से जो maximum plus 1, so I will be updating height of every node. I will be finding out the balance factor for the root node for which we deleted the value. Okay, so now I will check the, after performing delete, we have to apply the rotations. So delete rotations are different than the rotations which we apply in insert. So delete rotations are these rotations. that is L rotation or R rotation. L rotation is of three types: L0, L1, L minus 1, and R rotation is R0, R1, R minus 1. Okay, so what exactly we are doing in R0? So after deleting a node from the right side, okay, your root node is having a critical node, is getting improper balance factor, and in that case the left child, so left child of your tree, if it is having balance factor 0, then I'm applying R0 rotation. What I'm doing, I'm just moving the critical node to the right side. Okay, so now let's just check this. If balance factor is greater than 1, that means here, yes, the balance factor is 2, it is greater than 1, and balance factor balance of roots left is greater than equal to 0. So root का left का balance क्या है? Equal to 0. ओके, सो अगर इक्वल टू 0 है तो मैं R0 रोटेशन अप्लाई करूंगी. R0 रोटेशन क्या करता है? सिर्फ राइट वाले ओके उस रूट को राइट रोटेट करता है. सो अप्लाई राइट रोटेशन ऑन दैट रूट नोड, दैट मीन्स एट 20. बराबर है. आफ्टर दिस वी विल परफॉर्म R1 रोटेशन. R1 इज समथिंग व्हेन वी आर गेटिंग अ क्रिटिकल फैक्टर 2, okay, and the left node is having value 1. So again this is the condition, if same condition, if balance factor is more than 1, that is 2, and get balance of roots left is greater than 0. So root के left का value मतलब 40 का balance factor अगर greater than 0 है, yes it is 1. What will I do? Apply right rotation on root node. That's why I have combined them together into one. Okay, so greater than sign is for R1, equal to sign is for R0. It is covering both these rotations. And what they are doing, सिर्फ root node को एक single right rotate मार रहे हैं. Okay, after that R minus 1 rotation is little different. So R minus 1 rotation says you get a critical node having valence factor 2, but the left node is having valence factor -1. तो तभी मुझे दो रोटेशन अप्लाई करने हैं. पहला है उसके लेफ्ट वाले को हम लोग L रोटेशन अप्लाई करेंगे एंड देन रूट को राइट रोटेशन अप्लाई करेंगे. ओके, सो नाउ हियर आई एम चेकिंग द नेक्स्ट कंडीशन. इफ बैलेंस फैक्टर इज ग्रेटर देन 1, दैट इज 2, एंड बैलेंस ऑफ रूट्स लेफ्ट इज लेस देन 0. तो रूट के लेफ्ट का बैलेंस फैक्टर इज लेस देन 0 है. येस. सो नाउ व्हाट विल आई डू? आई विल अप्लाई 2 रोटेशंस. पहला मैं लेफ्ट अप्लाई करूंगी, फिर राइट अप्लाई करूंगी. लेफ्ट रोटेशन ऑन रूट के लेफ्ट में, मतलब रूट के लेफ्ट कौन है? 40 के ऊपर मुझे लेफ्ट रोटेशन अप्लाई करना है, एंड देन रूट नोड पे मुझे राइट रोटेशन अप्लाई करना है, मतलब 50 पे राइट रोटेशन अप्लाई करना है. सो विद दिस, आफ्टर अप्लाइंग दिस 2 rotations, आई एम डूइंग दिस R-1 रोटेशन. सिमिलरली द ऑपोजिट केस कम्स फॉर L रोटेशन. L रोटेशन में क्या होगा? जब भी हमारा बैलेंस फैक्टर -2 से रहेगा, सो इफ योर बैलेंस फैक्टर इज लेस देन -1 मीन इज -2, and the balance factor of root dot right is less than equal to 0, then it is L-1 or L0 rotation. There we are just applying a single left rotation on root. Okay, और L1 rotation में क्या होगा? हमारा balance factor -2 है और root के right में okay, the root का right is greater than 0, that means 1 है. Okay, so if your balance factor is -2 and root का right is 1, which is L1 rotation, I will apply 2 rotation. So root के right पे हम लोग right rotation करेंगे and root के ऊपर left rotation करेंगे. So with this, after applying 2 rotations in L1, we are done. So this all are just performing the rotations depending on the balancing required after delete. Okay, and at the end I am returning the root node whichever is there. Okay, so with this we are done with the delete function. After delete function, there are these 3 extra functions which are printing the tree or displaying your tree in order, pre-order and post-order. Okay, so this is all same as we have seen in the binary search tree also, so I'm not repeating the same thing again. If you want more details, you can just go and watch the explanation which I have given for code in binary search tree. Okay, so what we are doing, I'm checking as a root of my tree as an input, and until the root is not null or until I'm not traversing to the leaf node, what will I do? I will follow the pre-order. What is the sequence in pre-order? Pre-order is root node first, then left, then right. So that's why I'm displaying the value of root node, and then I'm going to in the root left and then right. So root left and right is nothing but recursive call of the same function pre-order to the left and right. If it is in order, that means it is following the pattern is left child first, then root, then right child. So it is giving the left recursive call first, then printing the root value, and then recursive call to the right as per the notation LVR. And what about post order notation? It is LRV. So left recursive call will go first, right recursive call will go after that, and third line will be the printing the root value. This way we are just calling this in order, pre-order, post-order function. We have done with all the functions. Now let's see the main function. Main function, I'm just declaring a root variable beginning with the null. So I'm just creating an empty tree here. And I'm taking this while loop which is continuously running. There is no stop for this while loop. So here I'm giving this cases 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, insert, delete, and 4 to exit. So whatever choice user is entering, I'm going, if case 1, I'm calling insert function with the value taken from the user. If case 2, I'm calling delete function. If case 3, I'm calling all the 3 in order, pre-order, post-order, and I'm displaying in all the 3 patterns. And if case 4, that means exit, I'm writing this exit function, which will come out of the while loop. So इसीलिए मैंने while loop को कंडीशन नहीं डाला है, लेकिन जब भी एग्जिट आएगा केस 4 में, आई विल कम आउट ऑफ द व्हाइल लूप एंड देन आई विल रिटर्न एंड आई विल क्लोज द मेन फंक्शन हियर. So with this we are done the entire code. Okay, so now we are done with the program. So now let us run a program and check the output. So I'm running my code. So here I get 4 options. First of all, I'll insert, say for example 10. Then I insert, say for example 20. So here I will just check my tree. 10 will become a root node. Okay, so pre-order में root node सबसे पहले आता है, post order में सबसे last आता है, मतलब 10 मेरा root node है. अब अगर मैं वहाँ पे और एक value add कर रही हूँ, which is say for example 30, so 10, 20, 30 will be there. In that case, my balance factor is not balanced now. So I will just display and I will check. So now the root node is no more 10. The root node is become 20. You can see in pre-order and post-order, 20 मेरा start और last में आया है. मतलब 10 will become a left child, 30 will become a right child. So it is balancing itself properly. Now suppose I will add value 40. Okay, and again I display. So 40 has become the right side of 30. Okay, now if I want to delete a value, say for example 20, which is the root node. Okay, so after deleting the root node having 2 child, I will just display my tree. So now my tree has 3 values, 30, 10 and 40. So it has taken the in order successor, that is 30. On the right side में 30 और 40 था, उसमें से lesser value 30 को लिया, 30 become the root node, and now I can see my tree. So here we are, the tree is, this program is working fine. Okay, so we'll just exit a program. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comment box below, and do subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thank you everyone.